few minutes ago, every tree was excited, bowing to the roaring storm, waving, swirling, tossing their branches in glorious enthusiasm, like worship. But though to the outer ear, these trees are now silent, their songs never cease. John Muir. Trees surround us every day, but most of us take these wooded friends for granted. Most people don't think of trees as being sentient beings with the ability to communicate, the ability to feel, and the ability to take care of their young. However, trees are not only the tallest, oldest, and oldest, and largest living beings on the planet. They're like many other living beings that surround us every day. They're aware. During my time as a city arborist for the city of Roseville, I spent my career looking at trees and taking care of them. But it wasn't until after doing this research that I gained a new understanding and appreciation of this thing I spend 8 hours a day looking at and thinking about. To understand the communication of trees, you must first understand how they communicate, what they're doing for each other, and what they're saying to each other. Trees use a complex system of fungi called mycorrhiza to connect themselves with other trees. This mycorrhiza creates a symbiotic relationship between the tree and the fungi in the ground, by the tree sending down sugars created by photosynthesis down to the fungi, and the fungi help exporting essential nutrients up into the trees. This mycorrhiza is connected to the roots of the trees. It connects the roots of one tree to the roots of nearby trees, creating a system that they work together. Trees are very helpful to each other, where they'll start to provide necessary resources to each other, especially to young trees. These mature trees will send essential carbon down to the younger saplings, since the younger trees aren't able to get the access to the sunlight because they're in the shaded areas. They'll also make sure the roots don't get into the areas of the young sapling roots so they don't compete for the resources in the ground, giving them room to mature and become more established. Birch trees, which are dormant in the wintertime, are sent carbon by nearby fir trees, which are evergreen trees. And then during the summertime, when birch trees have a full canopy of leaves, they'll help export carbon to fir trees, which don't produce carbon as good as in the summertime as birch trees do. So it's kind of like, I'll help you now and you help me later. Trees are not only sending messages using mycorrhiza through their roots, but also through the air. In Africa, when giraffes are feeding on an acacia tree, these trees will pick up that they're in danger. So when they do this, they start to produce a gas. And this gas not only changes the taste of their leaves, causing it to be inedible, but it also makes their leaves toxic, which causes the giraffe to move on to a nearby tree. But the trees, when they produce this gas is picked up by the trees in the area. And these other trees now will start to change the way they taste and become more toxic without even being anywhere near the giraffe. This is literally an example of the trees talking to each other and warning them that, hey, there's a predator in the area, run. But instead of running, they just change the way they taste. Trees are more than just a woody organism that provides fruit for eating, lumber for houses, and a nice shady place to sit. They are sentient beings that have their own hidden world and language that we're only barely able to grasp an understanding of. These trees have a vast underground system that ties them together and gives them access to shared resources. They're able to help one another during their times of need and warn each other during times of danger. Next time you're walking through a park and you see a tree, hug it. You never know, it may hug back.